Hello everyone, the Risen Worlds team is in touch. In this video, I will tell you the basics of the game and teach you the first steps. You find yourself on an isolated island, presumably after a shipwreck. The first thing to do is to open your inventory. All types of weapons of the first level are available to you. Choose what you like. The spirit charge is already included in the kit and is activated automatically. The green box contains the auto-spoil runes. In the future, you will be able to buy free runes or a Gethin of auto-spoil for event medals. The point-by-point teleportation scroll allows you to save your character's current location to use fast teleports in Community Board. 50 scrolls are available to new characters for free. You can create new scrolls using a special skill that is studied in the skill tree in the skill branch. Black tokens can be exchanged for initial weapons from an arms dealer in the village of Dian. A wolf riding pet is also available to you. However, the wolf is terminally ill and will die within 10 hours. The method of treatment is unknown. To call a pet, just right-click on the item. Not far from the character, there are boxes with a set of armor. Be sure to search them. Healing mana and combat point regeneration potions can be found in the jars. Now go to Dune. This is the main city of the Darkest server. Teleport is available via scroll or via the teleport menu in Community Board. We are in Dian where an amazing melody is playing. Let's look at the main NPCs. You can buy a first-level tattoo from Casey's dealer. Further improvement is taking place in Alt B in the Improvements section. There are 30 tattoo levels. The jeweler sells jewelry of the first level. Each piece of jewelry has its own unique characteristics and also increases the character's rates. Rings increase drop rates, spoil rate earrings, Adna rate necklaces. You can improve jewelry like all other items in Community Board. Here you can also buy a bracelet and new temporary talismans. Mana talismans are especially useful at the beginning of the game as they regenerate a large amount of mana. Almost all types of consumables can be purchased from a nearby Lady Potions, scrolls, soul, and spirit charges, passages to epic bosses. Queen Yen gives out professions. For convenience, the teleport NPC was moved to the Dian Center. The line go to the event boss moves to the daily boss, which appears every day at 9 p.m. You can get to all towns and villages from Dian. Teleport to villages is not available in Community Board. From any city, you can go to the catacombs and necropolises corresponding to the current city. Steve Chagall moves players to various dungeons. Each dungeon has its own unique reward jewelry, costume jewelry talismans. The first dungeon is accessible from the 30th level. New instances are not only a boss battle, but also locations with a full-fledged passage. A little later we will show you an example of passing the Elven Ruins. All new and old instances do not have time to wait for re-entry, excluding Kamalika. The only condition for entry is Adna and the character's level. You don't need to upgrade Windows, play as one character. The great teacher Lawrence teaches all the existing skills from 36 classes. You can remove unnecessary skills from him. For convenience, the skills window has been improved. When learning skills, you are not thrown to the previous window. This way you can quickly learn the maximum levels. The alchemical mortar is used for mixing and spraying talismans, as well as for parsing equipment into recipes or special materials. You can buy tools for collecting ore from Zephyra and learn the skills of crafting professions. Crafting professions allow you to recycle ore, create scrolls, potions, totems, and other useful items. The Crafting Skills menu opens by clicking the Profession button in the inventory. Click on the Create button and you will see a list of available items. With the help of mining, you can collect ore and process it into ingots. Potions of life, mana, and combat point are created in the potion section. With the help of science, you can create totems, scrolls, jewelry modifications, items that allow you to teleport to raid bosses and to saved points. Scientists also create scrolls that increase the rates of Adana, spoil, drop, and even the chance of sharpening. Roy the Cat and his assistant. This is a famous event with medals, with improved awards and a modified way of getting medals. Medals can be exchanged for resources. It is very profitable at the start. We highly recommend using this opportunity. Here you can also get rate increase scrolls, an auto-spoil rune parchment for creating teleport scrolls to bosses and points, modification scrolls, a special mask and special agathons with eternal auto-spoil. To raise the level of trade, you need to purchase special stamps for gold medals. Ordinary and gold medals are obtained by completing tasks. Open the task window on the right side of the screen in the lower corner. In the ordinary section, you can complete missions for which you will receive not only medals but also Adana. There are about 100 tasks available to you. Now I will tell you the details of the server concept using the example of the gameplay. At the start, your character appears at the 19th level and cannot gain experience until he uses Rebirth. In the inventory you can find an item whose description reads, "You are cursed and cannot get a level higher than the 19th. Some non-player characters can no longer help you. Herb and vitality effects are not available to your character. To weaken the curse, use Rebirth. To be reborn, you need to prove that you are ready. Complete certain tasks in the lower right window. Tasks Rebirths. Every time you are reborn, new levels will be available to you and your drop and spoiler rates will increase by 1%. A huge variety of quests awaits you, hunting monsters and bosses, sharpening items, completing classic Lu tasks. The curse of Shailen is so strong that the assistants refuse to impose positive effects. However, the heroes who were here before you left the bonfires. Being next to them, the Noblesse, Windwalk and Shield effects are applied to the character. The bonfire is located at the Dian Gate, formerly known as the PvP Gate. If you are playing for warrior classes, be sure to use attacking skills. All skills deal increased damage more than normal hits, especially at the initial stage of the game. Right now our main task is to use the first Rebirth to remove the blockage of experience. To do this, I chose the task of hunting hobgoblins and Grizzly Dung. But you can choose your own order of tasks. Having received the first stamp, I am ready to use my first Rebirth. It is important that after Rebirth, your character's level will be reset to the first one. Therefore, first learn the available skills from Lauren's non-player character. You can stay longer at the current level, for example, to complete tasks for medals in the vicinity of Dian. Accumulate resources and make the first improvements to your equipment. Well, my first Rebirth is ready. Now I can increase my character's level to 25, and the experience rate bonus has increased by 1%. In addition to the rate bonus, the character receives rebirth points with which you can learn special skills in the skill tree. At the time of recording the video, 12 branches were implemented. There are 15 skills in each branch. The total number of skills is 180. First of all, invest points in the tree of armor and weapon ownership. In these branches, initial skills require rebirth points only for the 1st, 10th, 20th, and 30th skill level. This is an ideal option for initial character enhancement. To move on to the next lower level skill, you need to study 3 levels of the previous one. You can reset the tree and return the points by clicking the reset button. Skills in the skill and epic branches do not require rebirth points. In the skill branch, there are skills that increase the maximum weight inventory slots, warehouse, creating teleport scrolls to bosses, and points, reducing the equipment penalty. Skills from the skill branch are studied for medals. In the epic branch, you can transfer the effect of epic jewelry to a passive skill. This allows you to free up slots for other jewelry. Now I want to earn some medals and Adana by completing a few tasks. Go to the village of Camels from dawn to meet Markella. For convenience, by selecting a task, you can find out more about it, which non-player characters starts, the level requirements, and the list of rewards. Since my character's level is low, I can't get the quest. I will save the teleport point to quickly return to the non-player character. Creating teleport points greatly reduces the time required to complete quests. After getting the right level, I use the save teleport and go to Markella. You need to wait until you exit the battle state to use the teleport function. In this quest, to complete it, it is enough to kill one monster. Go to the Golden Hills. After killing one monster, return to the non-player character and complete the task. After completing the task, you will receive a standard reward. Next, you will receive another award in the form of medals and Adana. In almost all classic quests, the exp reward has been increased fourfold. Next, you have a choice of where to go and what to do: hunt monsters, raid bosses, perform standard quests. Our idea is to update most of the components of the L2 world. To find the right monster, boss, raid, or item, use the in-game database. Now I want to go into mining to collect some ore. From a teacher of professions, buy special gloves and learn the skill of melting iron ore into iron ingots. In your inventory, open the professions menu and see the requirements for creating an item. As you can see, you need iron ore. The description of the item indicates the method of obtaining an iron core. Open the in-game database and search for iron vein, find their location. Additional materials can also be obtained from the veins or residues, precious stones and resources. Also, while collecting ore, you gain experience. It is convenient to collect veins on the first levels as the character is additionally pumped. By wearing or collection gloves, the collection skill will be available to you. Iron veins always appear in the same place. The mechanics of spawning all other veins are as follows. There are from 30 to 60 possible spawn points in the location. At the same time, 50% of the spawn points can be located in the world. Several veins may appear at once at one point. Some riding pets can collect veins of any level. Pets have an increased running speed. After collecting the required amount of ore, open the professions menu and process it into ingots. When processing or creating potions and science items, you will receive skill points necessary to learn new skills from a teacher of professions. Crafting points are required to create high-level items. Crafting points can be obtained by sorting out unnecessary items in the professions menu. To recycle items, you need the appropriate skill. Talismans are an important part of character development. More than 50 talismans have been added to the game. There are both passive and active skills among them. Combine your unique set of 6 talismans. Talismans can be obtained from any monster's raid boss's chests. Talismans are divided into ranks and grades. Some talismans can be found at the jeweler Sonia in Din. Over time, you will discover a large number of similar talismans. Identical talismans can be mixed in an alchemical mortar or processed into powder. In case of unsuccessful improvement, the talismans will be destroyed and turned into powder. Despite the presence of an auto farm, the game encourages manual control of the character. To do this, we have created various activities in the locations. One of them is the recruitment portals. Traveling around the world, you can find special portals. By activating the portal, monsters corresponding to the given location will appear around it. Please note that I am using massive warlord skills with a regular sword. All mass attacking skills have had their weapon binding removed, but their mana consumption has been increased. When you open the portal, a pumpkin will additionally appear next to it. You can get resources, crystals, potions, sharpeners, pumpkin seeds from pumpkins. Pumpkin seeds can be used at any convenient time. With the help of nectar, the process of growing pumpkins takes place. Successfully sprouted pumpkins must be broken with special weapons sold by cats. Altars. Altars are located in some high-level locations. Altars of blood are currently being implemented. Players can activate the blood altar by sacrificing various items. In Varka, this is the hair of the hero of Varka Shattered. By donating an item within 30 minutes, the number of monsters in the area will double. Beacons will appear throughout the location. Next to the lighthouses, you can get the effect of increasing rates. Some lighthouses are guarded by guardian bosses. The activation of the altars is announced in the chat, and a quick teleport to the location becomes available in Din. Tombstones. Sealed tombstones with sleeping bosses inside have been added to the game. If you wake up, the boss portals will appear in Din to move to the boss. A dangerous players versus players zone is activated within the radius of the tombstone. Players who took an active part in killing the boss and are nearby at the time of his death will receive a reward, 1 core required to improve epic jewelry. You have 10 minutes to kill the boss before he gets bored and goes back to the grave. Reprinting is available every 10 hours. Now 3 tombstones have been realized: Balor, Klakes, and Belith. We will add more bosses in the future. Sharpening. We've changed the way we sharpen equipment. If the scroll is used unsuccessfully, the level of the item being upgraded will be reduced by -1, without breaking it or resetting it to +0. A fireproof sharpening level has been added. Items sharpened to +19 and above cannot drop below +19. When improving weapons, armor, and jewelry D or grades, sharpening Us and Sa are preserved. Our video guide is coming to an end. I hope you enjoy our darkest project from Risen Worlds. Finally, I want to give you a couple more tips. At the beginning of the game, buy a mana talisman in Dian, learn passive mana regeneration skills at the first opportunity. Knock out the sharpeners of the degrade from the raid bosses and sharpen the weapon by +10. Complete tasks for medals and rebirths in the group. All band members will receive the award. At the end of the video, we added memorable screenshots from the last server and from the closed test stage. Enjoy your viewing. Maybe you'll find your character.